Hello, hello. Welcome to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. I'm Talien, and we're back for year 3. So, stuff is happening, slowly but surely. Hey, Ottisbuns! Welcome. Yeah, we're 12 years old now. Look at us. I do wonder if... I know there's gonna be, like, grown-up models for the characters. I'm guessing it's only gonna be, like, child form and older form. Maybe not quite adult, but adult enough. I wonder at what point they're gonna switch over? I guess we'll find out. But yeah, we had another incident during close season, and we still have a lot of questions about how much is just stuff happens around here, and how much is some sort of potential sabotage. Very mysterious. We do know that there's potentially going to be some sort of rebellion, so... Well, I guess we don't know that, but I'm guessing that based on the game mechanics. Yeah, I don't know, maybe something's already happening behind the scenes. By the way, I did want to mention that you guys may notice I've moved the screen a little bit. I can't believe it took me this long to realize that my fundraiser overlay was covering up all of the UI elements at the top there. So you guys couldn't see how stressed I was or anything like that. So what I did was I literally just moved the rest of the screen down, which means that now a little bit at the bottom is cut off, but I think this game doesn't have a whole lot going on in the bottom, so that's gonna be better, I think. So yeah. That's a better idea. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I can't believe I didn't notice. Oops. That was pretty bad. So yeah. Let's get started on today's stuff. Tangent is storming around the quad in front of engineering, checking notes on her hollow palm, gesturing and grunting in frustration. This is the worst. Something it's a metaphor. We, like Solana, were wide-eyed idealists. Now we are 12 and wise to the ways of the world. Yeah, I guess so. Now you have all the information. Yeah, we don't have a teacher anymore. That's gonna be interesting. What the heck is gonna happen with class now? Hormonal much? Oh my god, that's terrible. What's the matter? I can't possibly... she says, her voice cracking. She seems too upset to even explain it. Professor Hal, she tries again. Hal, he was helping me with this physics chapter, and now he's... She throws her hands in the air. Virtual holopalm screens flying everywhere. I can't understand this without him. This is impossible, she chokes out. Why did he have to die? I'm gonna give her a hug. She might not appreciate it, but you know what? The game lets you be so mean, I know, right? I feel like I want to do a bully run at some point, but it's gonna feel bad. She stiffens and lets you hold her. You can feel her shaking. I think she might be crying, but when she finally pulls away, her eyes are dry. Thank you, Solana, she says. I know you're having a hard time with this as well. Nothing's easy on Vertumna. Even the adults can't protect themselves. It's obvious we're on our own out here. Well, I can't help you, so good luck. Tang nods, going back to her notes. Thank you, she mumbles. Unfortunately, Solana's a bit stupid. I got my eagle eyes and nothing else.
This planet is like a body, Tang muses. And we are a foreign invader, much like a virus. Also like a virus, we seek to appropriate the systems of this planet for our own gain, co-opting its growing cycles, using its resources to build, etc.
She crosses her arms and looks thoughtfully towards the wilderness.
Is it any wonder we've prompted an immune response?
Alright, we need 20 reasoning to study together. Our reasoning was sort of decent, but not 20. Solana's one move is making perception checks. Yep, it's true. I really wonder how fast we can max that out. You don't see Anemone. She sees you first. Tag! She exclaims, pouncing on you from behind. You're it! Well, we don't have toughness. We don't have anything. Alright. Well. Your dad used to joke that your mom got her prosthetic legs so she could run faster than everyone else before you had gene tech. Cat, please move. She sees you first with that perception. Are you sure, Game? That's so accurate. You don't think that's true. You guess she lost it in some kind of fight, but she barely ever talks about it. Except for days like today, when she's stumbling around like one leg is shorter than the other. Stupid thing, she grumbles. When am I going to have time to get this damn thing fitted right? Even Mom is struggling. Yeah, we don't... Okay. We don't have enough for Dad. We can't hang out with anyone. Cal is sitting on the garden fence, his feet tucked into the slats, tapping away at his hollow screen. School's way more interesting when you can actually see how it matters, he says. Your mom says I can do more important stuff on the farm if I learn about crop rotation and stuff. He frowns at his hollow screen. There's more math than I thought there'd be. Okay, cool. I guess that's all we have here. We talk to you now for expedition-y stuff. You step cautiously through the colony gates. Chief Surveyor Utopia stops you with a hand on your forehead. Whoa there, scamp. They'd kill me if I let you out of the colony. Sorry, kiddo. You'll have to wait till you're old enough. I know it's hard. Well... Oh, I wonder if we have anything new. Are we going to learn new stuff about the areas? I don't think we have anything now, at least. We might have new stuff about animals. Eye beast. Oh, that thing. Dog-like creatures with rippling, oily black skin and multiple ocular growths all over their bodies. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. All right, well, what do we want to do this month? Part of me really wants to check out the school just to see how we're going to be doing. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I forgot to go up here to talk to Mars. Mars, I'm sorry. I don't hate you, I promise. No. I'm so sorry, Mars. It keeps happening. Royal blue or peacock? Mars asks, holding up two different jackets. Or should I just recycle both and have the shop nanoprint a different color entirely? She folds both jackets over her arms and sighs. Or a different material? Translucent, maybe? Ah, so many choices.
At least I have more than enough kudos to burn.
Alright, well. We got there eventually. We do have... Whoops. Actually, what the heck? What did I just do? Oh. That... I press X to make that happen, I guess. I didn't know I could do that. Do other things also do things? Oh, and that's why. I did not know I could do that either. Okay. Alright, did I go to school? So humanities is like stuff that I'm currently really bad at, so it could definitely be helpful to get some of that stuff up. But engineering is something relatively new. We like don't really... I believe this is currently our only way to gain engineering points. But on the other hand, I do kind of want to learn biology so I can better understand all of the strange and wondrous creatures of this game. Well, creatures and other plants and whatever else. One thing worth considering is that it might be worth investing in things close to 33 to get the ability early. That's actually a really good point. Also, I did want to check on that. +1 to all physical skill increases. So, I probably want to do that. We could use it on exploration, like we did before, but I feel like that'll just give us 5 million perception, and like, we're just gonna hit the cap at that point. It's not gonna be super helpful. So let's see our other physical skills. We can try to get our toughness. That might be good. Combat, animals. So toughness and animals are the ones we're relatively close on. So that's a good idea. I think I'll try to do that. What do we have here? This gives us toughness. This gives us combat and animals. That's also potentially good. And then exploring just gives us like whatever we find out there, right? Bravery and perception. Well, I don't think that's the play. We could get lots of toughness from this. I think that's probably a good idea. I feel like we also haven't done that in a while. Mew? Are you guys hearing this? Oh, the top skill listed in events like these are the primary one. The one that gets +1 to it on Super Call. Okay, yeah, that's also good to know. Oh, right. I did also want to check the shop. I'm guessing more stuff gets added as time goes on. We do have the money to buy whatever we want, but we don't use yellow cards all that much. It's maybe worth it. What was... Yeah, these are the only ones we have right now. We're very red heavy. Yeah. What is this? Oh yeah, that's just closing it. We could get a cake card. I feel like pears are kind of the most common, so maybe that would be worth getting. I feel like that's probably a good idea. What's... My current one is... I think that's just a flat +1 to the final score, right? So, +1 to pairs would be better. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get this one. Okay, we still have 50 left, so we can buy more. Let's go do this then. Hey, Squirt, your mom calls out to you. Don't you think it's time you started thinking about what you're gonna do when you're older? You look at her in confusion. Isn't she always telling you to stay in school? She chuckles. You gotta think about it sometime, kid. How about you come join your folks on the farm, if you think you're up for it. I mean, I do have the biology for it. You know what? I'm gonna say I'm ready. Your mom claps you on the back. Ooh, she's just as strong as she looks. Great, she says. Come see me in geoponics when you're ready to start. It'll be more fun than wheeling dirt around, I promise. All right, excellent. We unlocked a new thing. Solana's an entire 12. It is way too early to determine the entire course of her life. Yeah, that's actually one thing that I think is also kind of cool about this game. That, like, you start out not really knowing what you want to do, and, like, as you go through the game, you explore all the, like, different skills and find, you know, what you end up being better at and all of that stuff. It's, like, you know, kind of mimicking the process of growing up. Alright, well, I think we can do something like this. So I want to try what happens if I switch our thing. So we have 3, 1, 3, 3. How do we change our equipment? Do we have to switch it, like, from a different screen? Can we not switch it in this screen? You need to equip it outside of battle. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I think we're just fine. We are so tough. We've been having weird dreams, as usual. They seem to get worse around glow. You wake from a dream that has tears drying on your face, though you can't remember why. Just that you were terrified. Whatever it was, it felt real enough that for a moment you just lie in bed with your eyes closed and try to calm your breathing. Mew! You blearily rub your eyes and... Surprise! Oh, it's your birthday. Your dad leaps onto your bed and gives you a big cuddle. Happy birthday, little tomato head. 12 years old. Wow. Can you believe it? No, your mom answers for you, laughing as she hands you your presents. It was just yesterday, Antecedent was showing me how to change your diaper. Because it's your birthday, your parents have brought in food from the canteen, so you can all eat together on your bed. As you stuff your face with savory tofu chunks, you open your presents. Which one is your favorite? A bouquet of exotic flowers from your mom. A stuffed xenofauna from your dad. Oh, that's cute. What is a photo phoner from your best friend? I mean, this will be very helpful to us, I think. That's a music instrument? Cool. Prophetic birthday dreams are never a good sign. Solana, you have the protagonist gene. I'm afraid it's terminal. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. So, wait, what does this one do? Is it... What is this card? Is it just a 0 card? What are these flower ones? It's a really good gift, the flower? The ones with the, like, the yellow flower symbol. Are those some kind of special cards? I feel like there was one in the shop, but like, I don't understand what this flower does. I guess I can take your word for it that it's good. If it's orange, it's a collectible. I see. Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, okay. The orange flower ones are collectibles. Gotcha. But we don't know what this one... I guess we don't know what it does until we take it. If you give the flower to someone, it's +10 friendship. I'm guessing that's what the cake is for us, too. That you give it to someone, like, for their birthday. Okay. I'm gonna try to take the flower, then. They're exotic because they came from Earth. I saved these seeds in cold storage for over 20 years just for this day, your mom says proudly. Cake is basically a universally liked gift. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. These are the first earth flowers to bloom on Vertumna. White astrantia. I don't know how you say that, but whatever. She pinches your cheek. They're special. Just like you. As your dad clears away the wrapping paper and the dishes from breakfast, your mom folds her hands on the table and gives you a serious look. Uh-oh. So, she says, we've been here 2 years now. I know your dad and I have always said you're in charge of your schedule, but we've been keeping an eye on you. Should I be worried? A loving eye, your dad interjects, stuffing wrapping paper into the recycler pickup bin. A trusting, gentle eye. Professor Hal used to tell us all the time about how hard you're trying in school, your mom continues. That's great. Your dad and I are really proud of you. Working might seem fun and grown-up when you're a kid, but if you want to do more than manual labor, you'll need some book smarts, too. Is she telling me that I haven't been going to school enough, that I'm too stupid? Solana, you're a terrible deck builder. If you want to survive the late game, you're gonna have to learn to min-max. Oh no. Your dad joins you again. So, it's time to start thinking about how you're going to contribute to the colony when you're older. I'm 12! Like, I understand that in this kind of situation, like, people need to start contributing at a younger age, and therefore they need to determine the course of their life at a younger age, but it is kind of funny, like, from my perspective, as a, you know, as a person in our modern society. At the look on your face, he laughs. Don't worry, we're not gonna make you get a job right now. We're just asking, what do you want to be when you grow up? College prep horse. Yep. A farmer, a teacher like Professor Hal, a mom with like 10 kids. Captain of the sports ball team, a famous idol, a monster hunter, governor of Vertumna. I don't even have 5 persuasion. Hang on, what is my persuasion? 3. Oh no. I kind of want to go with, do I have to decide right now? Can we not become a professional starer? I mean, honestly, I feel like our perception would make us good as like a scout or something, you know? Or like, I don't know. Monster Hunter is the closest. Yeah, basically, I think so. That is kind of the route we seem to be going down. It's always been kind of weird to me that Monster Hunter is an option above Explorer. Yeah. I think we currently have like an Explorer build. So I think I'll go with Monster Hunter as kind of the closest thing. I feel like Monster Hunter is maybe an option above Explorer just because of like kid logic. That it's like this is the cool, exciting thing. Though obviously exploring is also cool and exciting. Alright. Let's go with that, I guess. Your mom laughs. You've been playing too many holo games, Solana, she says. Hunting monsters. I hope it doesn't come to that here. She rubs her leg under the table, where the prosthetic attaches to her bone. Just remember, being a hero isn't all it's cracked up to be. Yeah, she's been through some shit. Well, your mom starts to get up. I'm sure your friends all want to wish you a happy birthday. She stops and snaps her fingers. Oh, you might not have considered a career as a depot clerk, but Al and Bernie mentioned their daughter Mars is working there, and she needs some help. Now that people can freely order luxuries, it's pretty busy there. Solana's parents. Solana, you are a whole 12 years old. I expected a more responsible answer from you. Yeah. It sure beats shoveling dirt, your dad laughs. If you don't take that job, you tell Mars I'll be right there. Your mom rolls her eyes and smiles. Cute. So hang on, I want to take a look at our new thing, work on the farm. Gives us biology and toughness. That's good, actually. I kind of want that. I'm gonna note how old are these parents. We can find out. 45 and 43. The sound of hammering rings through the garden, and you find Cal helping your mom build a row of raised garden beds. It turns out some of the earth plants don't grow so great here, so we're gonna see if this helps, he says, taking a break to rub his face. Your mom stifles a laugh at the smear of dirt it leaves across his cheeks. I was gonna say, unless they were 40 plus, they'd have been teenagers when the ship took off. Yeah. Your mom says we gotta worry about the nitrogen levels soon, he continues. But that hopefully we'll be eating just plants that grow here before then. Okay. Hi, my funny little eggplant. He's so silly. Not everyone in the colony is happy, this mutters, his arms wrapped around himself. Everyone acts like it because they don't want to sound ungrateful. But let's face it, it sucks here. How did she get the jump on us again? It's possible there was a big selection process, though. If this is a deliberate colony and not like a frantic refugee thing, they'd be trying to maximize utility from each passenger, huh? That is an interesting thought. I don't do playing, Tang says, watching Anemone and some of the smaller children tear through the colony chasing after a sports ball. Why would I put energy into chasing around a dumb ball, getting sweaty and tired? For fun? She shudders. I would rather spend my time doing something important. Sure. If you say so. What I'm saying is it's possible the adults had to apply around Solana's age, which could explain the you have to know now attitude. Yeah, it could be. I mean, honestly, I don't think it's that unreasonable in their situation. Like I said, they really need all hands on deck here. They are kind of desperate, so like they need the children to grow up quickly.
Oh, hey, Solana.
Mars says, breezing past you.
I'm sorry, I can't talk now. I'm on my way to work in command.
She stops when you don't sound amazed enough.
You know, the supply depot,
she clarified.
It's the most important job in the whole colony. Anything that gets made here goes through me first.
Mars's smug smile gets, somehow, even more smug.
Plus, I get the first pick of all the best stuff.
Oh no. So this is the thing that Dad was talking about, of potentially working with her, which we could have potentially had if we had literally any friendship with Mars. I'm so sorry, Mars. Rebellion less than 20. That's so interesting. We are pretty high. 55. The log incident haunts us. Yeah, first the log incident and then Valentine's. Actually, I was thinking about that later. I realized that Anemone and Cal probably paired up, and Tangent and Dis were probably not interested at all. So, like, obviously you can choose to go with Mars, but if you choose to go with either Anemone or Cal, probably, I'm guessing the other one goes with Mars, so she doesn't end up alone. But because I went out of my way to pick a different person to go with Dis instead, she ended up alone, and I feel so bad. Poor Mars. Poor Mars. I guess we have to go with wow, Mars, that's amazing, but I feel like because it's just a standard answer and not one of the like check gated ones, it's probably not going to go well. She's just going to think that we're being like condescending to her. Wow, Mars, that's amazing. You laid on really thick. How Mars is just so cool, how everything she does is totally great, and how she's obviously the most important person in the colony. You're going to start a Mars fan club in her honor. She just laughs.
Nice try, Solana. But thanks for the compliments.
Then she just leaves, without even offering to help get you a job. Drat. Sucking up to Mars didn't work. What's next? Having to actually ask for what you want? Maybe you could ask again later. I can't believe that didn't work. How did our 3 persuasion fail us? Oh, so we can just do this whenever we want. So I think we need, it was either 10 friendship or low rebellion. Which, I would rather go the friendship route. Honestly, we should get our friendship with her up anyway. I mean, I guess we could give her the flower. Okay, I get it. So basically, because it doesn't have a card effect, it's not useful in battle. It's just for gift giving. Gotcha. Okay, I understand now. I did want to try equipping her new gear. Ooh, we need a perk to... What did I do? We need a special perk to potentially equip multiple pieces of gear. Alright, well, we'll do that at some point. Let's check out the supply depot again. Okay, so we have this lovely gift here. And then we have these. Okay, I don't think we need any of those quite yet. I think we can hold on to our kudos for now. Okay, I don't think we've talked to this side yet. I think we talked to this, right? Probably. Though I don't know if we really need to go through these every time, because it seems, whatchamacallit. The dialogue is just, like, random. It doesn't cycle through the months or anything like that. You approach Anemone just as she's about to bite into a sandwich the size of her head. Mom says I'm about to hit my growth spurt, she says, chewing with her mouth open. She says I got a hollow leg. But that said, I'm sure they do, like, get more different dialogue options. Or not dialogue options, but, like, stuff as the months go by. See, like, now it's different. A sports ball goes sailing over your head. 4! Anemone giggles as she jogs up to you. That's what they used to say on Earth when the ball would go into the crowd. I like it. I think we talked to her too. Yeah, she said the same thing last time. Wait, what? Why is there a pink on the persuasion? Do we have some kind of bonus? Why is it pink? What? That's interesting. Oh, the gear you equipped. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't realize that's how it worked. Okay, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. It doesn't count for gaining perks, but it does count for event requirements. Okay. Okay, so we still want to do physical tasks. We have defense training, which might be good. Actually, I was trying to get my toughness up. 29, so we're kind of almost there. We have defense training, and then I think we obviously could keep shoveling dirt. We could also try working on the farm. That's 2 toughness. That's 3 toughness. But that actually is less stressed, too. That's interesting. You should be able to get 33 toughness from doing dirt shoveling, so that might be worth it. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of doing. Alright, so maybe for our last 2 months of the cat, hi. We can do one of these. Combat and animals. Bravery and toughness. Yeah, we'll do this one, and then we'll do another dirt shoveling. And we'll save the farming for another time. Rhett was right. Sometimes you just have to learn. Sometimes you have to learn to just run the hell away. To that end, you spend a lot of time working on first perceiving danger before it sees you, and then on conditioning your body so that you can run away. The best defense is not needing to defend yourself in the first place. Well, thankfully, I think we're good on that first part. Perception check, yep. Okay, so that one is locked. Perceiving, you say? I know, right? So we could get a full row of blues. Do these work in reverse? It's probably worth using the 0 red just for the +1 to skill gain at the end. That's a good point. Yeah. Will this actually be better? No, that's worse. Hang on, that's not working. We can do a... Yeah, I don't know. I'm not doing so good with that one. Will getting these lined up help? No, just still gives me 22. Orange card? I don't feel like I should waste it on this. We are very close, like that. We can also push through. That's also an option. I'm kind of running low on logs. Need to get more logs. I guess we could just push through. Maybe we'll try it. Alright, whatever. Nice. Tang eyes the colony walls distrustfully.
If we're to make our home here, we must be better prepared for the fact that whatever was here first will attempt to drive us out. Who's to say the aliens are not, at this very moment, preparing a second attack?
That's a lot of assumptions you're making there. Huh. Like, she definitely believes that there's, you know, some kind of enemy force out there that's conspiring against us. Some kind of hostile aliens. Which, you know, she might not be wrong. We don't know. So far, we've only been, like, attacked by seemingly just wild animals. But... mysterious.
Solana, come over here,
Mars demands. When you do, she slings her arm across your shoulders and raises her hollow palm to take a picture.
Look cool, she instructs you. I need to take a selfie with someone every day, or I lose my streak.
She presses her cheek against yours and purses her lips. The picture turns out okay. Mars slaps a filter on it and posts it to the colony message board. Alright. Your dad is engrossed with his work, analyzing a robust flowering vine with clusters of faintly growing beans. He hums, then makes notes on his hollow palm. Oh, look who's here, he says, realizing with a jolt that you're standing there. I found a really interesting plant. Tang's been kind of a wild card lately. First she thought the colonists were bringing civilization, then she called them a virus, and now she's on team the aliens are real and our enemies. Yeah, well, it's a complicated situation. She doesn't know what to believe. Cal has collected a fine assortment of plastic and metal containers, and assembled them into what passes for a drum set. And his clattering away at them echoes through the garden. When he sees you, he twirls his drumstick and gives you a cheeky smile. What? They were just gonna get nano-recycled anyway. I'm glad he's having fun. Alright, well, I guess... we need some more toughness, and our thing gives us... +1. Alright, well, I guess we'll just... What gives us +2 toughness? Well, let's do a shovel dirt. I think that's the most foolproof method. It's not always shoveling. Sometimes you get to control the huge robotic vehicle that's been fitted with a plow. The robo-plow is massive and intimidating, and can easily grind through rocks or even trees. But the colony only has one, so you have to be very careful when you give it instructions. You're tasked with taking a bunch of rocks out of a field, and given the robo-plow to do it. Cal loads its software up on his holopalm, and there's a lot going on there. All these digital gauges and a long list of possible subroutines with parameters to enter. Solana, he says, nervously poking at the interface. Do you want to try doing this? Oh no, I'm too dumb! Honestly, though, a 1 card with 2 duplicates when drawn does not sound that great. I mean, I guess you could get 3 in a row, but eh. Wait, these give me the same card, but I guess this one probably gives some kind of extra something. That looks nice. Let's use our muscles instead, I guess. Get so much toughness. The two of you decide you can just dig the rocks out yourselves with some shovels and a backup hand plow. Cal is relieved. This he understands. Your mom thinks you're nuts, but hey, you get the job done eventually. Well, we did it, I guess. Card becomes 2. Well, we could get a lot of 2s, even though we have some better cards, actually. Honestly, I kind of want to just... No, I wanted that... I'd wanted that to be a 2, though, but if I switch that out, then... Yeah, it gives us the same value. What if we put this one on? Alright. That will do. Look at our toughness go. New perk. Red cards get +1. Okay, I think that'll be good for us. We're quite stressed. Okay. Ooh. Cal and Anemone both like these. That's very nice. Oh, someone needed toughness. I think it was... Actually, I think it was Anemone, and I think she needed 40, so never mind. Cal is standing in the middle of the garden, spraying the crops down with a hose. As you watch, he leans down and drinks straight from the nozzle. Oh, hey, he says, standing up and wiping his mouth with the back of his hand. What's up? Dis is scrolling through a novel on his holopalm, completely checked out of the world around him. He startles when you tap his shoulder. Geez, Solana, he grumbles, gesturing to close his novel. You catch a few lines about a dragon before the screen disappears. Dis flips up his collar and turns away. Can't you tell when someone is busy? Sorry. Tang is very seriously considering a large piece of paper.
One of the lab assistants told me that it is impossible to fold a piece of paper in half more than 7 times, she says. This is a myth. You can actually fold a piece of paper in half 12 times.
Tang frowns.
I cannot abide those nominally more intelligent than I am passing on hearsay and urban legends as facts. It is the duty of all scientists to question what is held up as truth.
Okay. Okay, we have that. Well, we need to rest, but we have options. So I think the other one gives us an extra friendship with Dis, but I definitely have had, like... I think you can have, like, other events occur in the lounge, so I want to check out what's going on there. Let's try it. You look around the lounge. Some friends are here. Who do you hang out with? Let's finally hang out with Mars, please. Mars is frowning over a hollow screen, but gives you a distracted smile.
Hey, Solana, she says, gesturing for you to sit down. I need ideas for the Secret Fun Times Club. Can you help?
You spend a few hours helping Mars design a logo for the club. You get into an argument about whether older kids should be allowed in, like Com, Anemone's brother, who's 17. You got organizing, too. You think it's a bad idea, but Mars disagrees.
He's super dreamy, she says, twirling a braid with a finger. I know if I just spent more time with him, he'd notice me. I'm mature for my age, you know.
You shake your head. How can Mars be thinking about boys already? Come on. Those are still fine. Your dad comes back from work one day looking seriously under the weather. He's pale, with deep circles under his eyes, and he keeps sneezing. It's fine, he insists. It's just all this pollen in the air. It's gunking up the old air tubes. Do you remember hay fever, Flulu? We always got it back on Earth, too. We? 'Cause she seems to be fine here. Yeah, no, I think Dad's actually sick this time. Hopefully he'll be okay. Your mom frowns and crosses her arms. We did, she agrees. So why isn't it bothering me? I think this is a different allergen that affects him but not you. You're a lot tougher than me, sweet bee, your dad says, and your mom rolls her eyes. I'm sure I just have to get used to it, like you did, he continues. Maybe I'll go out for a stroll outside the gates later. Really get a good lungful of this stuff. I'll feel bad for a few weeks, but after that I'll be fine. Don't do that! Your mom raises both eyebrows. Outside the gates. You? He definitely seems really interested in exploring, and that kind of makes me a little bit nervous. Like, don't do things that you're not prepared for. Though, to be fair, I, as a small child, have been going outside the gates exploring, and I've been totally fine. So I feel like Dad can probably handle himself. But just be careful, please. Your dad shrugs, then he falls into a fit of sneezing and can't answer. Your mom directs him to go lie down on their bed. You need rest, not machismo, she scolds him. I don't have a achoo, your dad sneezes. A macho bone in my body, foo-foo. And I have to fertilize the corn and the pixie beans this week. Uh-huh, your mom grunts. Your dad pulls a handkerchief from his pocket and sneezes into it a few times. Big, yelling honk sneezes that echo through your whole quarters. He pulls it away from his face, and you can tell that something's wrong. Uh-oh. I don't like this. Huh. Your dad says weakly, holding the handkerchief away from his face. It's bright fuchsia pink and glittering in the light. That's weird. Then his eyes roll back in his head, his knees buckle, and your mom yells for you to call Instance. Well, fuck! Chief Engineer Instance takes your dad's vitals and gives him a cursory look over, but she seems satisfied with what she sees without having to do a thorough examination. The explorers have started calling this the Shimmer, she says, shining a light down your dad's throat. He's looking a little better, but not much. It's an airborne environmental toxin, likely in the pollen fog. Dad? It doesn't seem to cause long-term damage to the body, Instance explains. She gestures in the air, making notes on her hollow eye that only she can see. I've been tracking its effects for 3 seasons now. The toxin is flushed out of the body after 3 to 5 days, and it's not contagious. She looks down at your father. What that means for you, Geranium, since you're particularly susceptible to the toxin, you should be taking better pains to avoid exposure. If you must go outside during pollen, use a respirator. Well, your dad smiles weakly. You got it, boss, he says. Your mom smiles and puts her hand over his. As for your literal boss, I'm ordering you to not come into work for the rest of the week, she says. You're on strict bed rest. Look, not to doubt Instance's doctoring, but you have the tiniest possible sample size here. It is true. There's still a lot of uncertainty. She leans in to touch her forehead to his. They stay like that, smiling with relief. Even after 1 day of bed rest, your dad is looking a lot better. He's clearly anxious to get back out into the fields. You're gonna love this new crop, Solana. It's called a pixie bean. They glow in the dark. He's already pulling on his boots. The fields look so beautiful at night. I'm happy that we finally found something that would actually grow here that isn't soy, and more soy. I'm happy too. Alright. I think since we're at maximum, or rather minimum stress, maybe we should take the opportunity to do some exploring? Mars is primping in a hollow screen that she's set up to act as a mirror. You never know when someone important is going to talk to you, she says, twisting and retwisting her hair around her finger. And no, I don't mean important like the council. Yuck. She smiles primly at you. I mean, whoever is going to end up being my first kiss. I don't want them to remember that time they saw me when we were kids and I wasn't absolutely at my best. Well. Callow's lying in the scrub grass at the edge of the garden, staring up at the sky. He blinks at you as your shadow passes over him. Hey, Solana, he says, smiling around a stalk of grass between his teeth. You ever just take some time and appreciate this place? You got sky, and clouds, and rain, and wind. After growing up on the Strato, it all seems pretty magical. I do appreciate how Mars had instantly dismissed all her childhood friends as love interests. She's like, ew, no. Yeah, well, clearly she has yet to meet her special someone. Dad brightens up when he sees you. Why, that isn't my favorite gooseberry, he wheezes. I'm glad you're not as messed up as your old man. Pollen is no joke. Shouldn't you be wearing a respirator if you're out during pollen season? You aren't going to catch Chief Surveyor Utopia unawares. You can spot a kid trying to sneak out the gates from half a click away. She grins and makes a turnaround gesture with her fingers. Well, I think we might go out this month anyway. It takes a while to find Dis, but when you do, you almost wish you hadn't. He's standing over the bloated body of a dead Hopeye, nudging it with a stick. When he sees you, his eyes go wide. I didn't do it, he scowls. It was like this when I found it. Really? Yeah, he would be interested in dead things. Anemone sneezes 8 times in rapid succession as you approach.
Ah, they exclaim. I hate this scummy pollen.
How am I supposed to train like this? I think that's the first time we've seen Anemone referred to with they-them pronouns. Huh. I wonder if that's going to get updated. Your hollow palm pulses with a message from Tang.
Hello, Solana. If you're not occupied, could I ask you for your assistance in the lab? Thank you in advance. Tangent.
Typical Tang, but her asking for help is something so rare that you can't help but head over right away. You find her hunched over her spectrometer, making notes on a hollow screen.
Oh, you're here,
she says, blinking rapidly. She looks like she's been awake for days. Wrinkled, a little shiny, and with the wild-eyed look of someone who needs a cup of blep tea. What is blep tea? How can I help?
I'm researching the Shimmer, the respiratory illness that some people report during pollen, she says. I'm loath to admit it, but I need your assistance.
She takes 4 vials with swabs inside and puts them both into your hands.
I need recent saliva samples from both you and your father, she says. There must be a reason why he's so susceptible to the Shimmer, and you are not. You share half your genetic code with him. There must be some marker we can compare between the 2 samples. Then, she continues, pulling another vial from a rack of test tubes, administer this to yourselves, wait 3 days, and take the samples again. The test should be able to determine if anything in your body chemistry has changed.
Tang looks at you very seriously, cutting through her bleary expression.
There's something going on here, she whispers. Something really, really big. I've begun to realize this is about more than just curing a disease.
She squeezes your hands so hard it almost hurts.
Unlocking the secrets of the Shimmer, who it affects and why, could lead to a greater understanding of all life on Vertumna. And knowledge. Knowledge is more than power, Solana. It's control.
Yeah, she's getting really into this. I mean, I will do it, but also, are you okay? I was joking about the Annihilation crossover. I'm not familiar with what Annihilation is, so if there are any references, they are lost on me. I'll do it. What is that? Oh. So this is like a side quest that we can work on curing the Shimmer? And we get some kind of count for helping Tangent. That's so interesting. I love Tang. She's so normal. I know, right? Mostly it's just that there's an alien disease called the Shimmer. I see.
Thank you,
Tang says.
I've been researching so hard, I think my eyes are going to fall out of my head. And for what?
Well, for the end of a debilitating disease is a pretty good reason, but Tang just shakes her head at herself before you can answer.
We're at a disadvantage here, she mutters. We're fighting blind. I need to understand this planet if we're going to get it under our control.
Yikes. Yikes, yikes. Alright, who have we and haven't we talked to? Have we talked to Mars? I think we did.
My dads are so uncool, Mars complains. Mars, do your homework. Mars, you should help out more. Mars, we're gonna cut off your allowance. She scoffs. As if, right? That money is mine. I earn it.
With the toss of her hair over her shoulder, she seems above it all entirely.
Doing what? Do you even have to ask? My presence enlivens this dreary colony. I'm their beloved daughter. They owe me.
Oh, this is gonna go poorly. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright. Do we want to go for an exploration? I think we should go for an exploration. This is gonna be our first time exploring with Utopia on the prowl. Are you guys ready to max out perception? Let's try it. Alright, what have we got? Ooh, egg. Actually, do those... What does egg do? +1 to our card, change to... Okay. Max perception, let's go, yep. The muck hides interesting bugs and other treasure. For those willing to put their hands down the right holes. Are you? Absolutely. Looks dark. Needs perception 20 or greater. I don't know, guys. Can we do that? You stuck your hands down enough holes to know. This one's probably safe. You can't hear anything rustling around in there. Did we get more perception? Yeah, we did. We're doing it, I guess. Sweet! Literally. This hole is full of sugar bugs. These palm-sized balls of squish exude a sweet syrup when you tickle them. You fill a bottle with it, and then let them go again. Should be worth a few kudos to Antecedent in the kitchen. Are they not going to question how we got +1 colony food? That's awesome! We can actually help out the colony by finding food for them. That's really cool. Dang, so much stuff to harvest. When I see another log over there, you spot a suspiciously regular mound of dirt. Maybe something is buried there? Could be dangerous, though. Eden's name is really funny to me, yeah. Well, we're not gonna avoid it. I think we had something like this previously, and I think we tried poking it with a stick. And I think it turned out to be nothing. Now let's poke it with a stick, I guess. Cautiously break off a branch and prod the suspicious mound, watching closely for signs of movement. Okay. It's just a regular pile of dirt. Oh, creature. I want to see the creature. Alpines are usually... Okay, I think we've encountered these guys before. Let's see. We can go with all 2s, or we could go... I kind of want to get rid of the 0, so let's go with blue. Okay, now what is... +1 from battle condition? Oh, it gives me +1 to all red cards. Okay. Well, hopefully we draw more red cards. Okay. Oh boy. -2 to name cards. Yikes. So if we put... I don't really know what would be best here. Do the 4, 5, 6 straight and then the 1 blue. Except we can't... Oh my gosh, I'm so silly. I thought... I misread the card. I thought it was -2 to any neighboring cards, but no, it's just -2 to neighboring yellow cards. Yeah, okay. Yes. Then yes, the 4, 5, 6 wouldn't do the trick. I was trying to do some math. But no. Yeah, I don't know if it really matters that much which one to place here, but whatever. Good enough. I think we already got this. Well, we have a bunch of... Should we go with the 3-4? Oh, no, that doesn't. We could put this one in for more gem points. But yeah, it gets rid of our streak there. Anyway, it's a super goal regardless. Or I wonder if we have a 3 there. That's okay. Whatever. I think it works. Wait, Eagle Eyes gets us extra to animals too? I didn't know that. I thought it was only perception. Okay. The cute little critters kick you, but you kick back. You send them scurrying back off to pick on smaller creatures than you. Let your mind wander as you're walking and bumble straight into a field of gelatinous blob grass. Yeah. Okay, I think we've seen this one too. Oh boy. Well, I guess we can do a sports ball combo. Boy, oh boy. I would like to save some red cards for the last round, but look at this. I mean, I don't know if it matters that much what order we even put them in. Yeah. Welp. Easy peasy. There it is. Okay, well, we got through. Logs. Oh. Hello. The second sun is beginning to set, and you're planning your route back to the gates when you spot Dis in the distance. He waves you over. Hi, Savannah, he says gloomily. He sighs. I wish we didn't have to go home. I wish we could stay out here forever. I would miss my parents. What if, he begins, what if we didn't go home? Today, I mean. What if we stayed out and camped overnight? I feel like we would get in major trouble. Like, I mean, I don't know what your family situation is, but my parents would notice I was gone, and when I came back, I would be in for some lectures, I think. He gestures to the pack on his back. I brought a tent, just in case. And a perimeter sensor. I found a spot right near the depot that looks safe. Oh, I mean, I don't want to ruin his fun, but consider it'd be funny. It's true. It does sound like fun. It also sounds very dangerous, but we have been going out here all the time, and nothing bad has happened yet. Surely, what could possibly go wrong? Dis practically lives out here at this point. He knows what he's doing, right? He's got all this gear and everything. He's all prepared. I want to so bad, but I feel like they haven't punished us yet, so let's keep pushing until they do. Yeah, basically. I don't know. I feel like if I was Solana in this situation, I wouldn't want to get into trouble. But on the other hand, as a player, I really want to camp out. Oh, I don't know. I want to. I want to. You do have more rebellion than loyalty, so it's not out of character, honestly. No, I'm a good girl. What are you talking about? uh, oh, we'd get in so much trouble. But on the other hand, I feel like, you know, what? When else am I gonna get to camp out? It might give me like a special event. And I want to see it. I feel like it's not going to, we're not going to end up going through with it. Like, that's just too big a deal. Like, my parents would kill me. Oh, tempting though. Tempting. Okay, fine. I really want to see what happens so bad. Do it. I want to see what happens so bad. You keep egging me on to do all the risky stuff. But I want to see what happens. Oh, give me more rebellion. Just sets up the tent while you place the perimeter posts around the edge of the clearing. If anything trips this invisible wall around your campsite, at least you'll know about it. What does this give me? Oh, bravery. Without even saying goodnight, Dis crawls into the tent, takes off his jacket, and stuffs it behind his head, then curls up in a ball facing the wall. He falls asleep almost immediately. You crawl in beside him and pull a thermal blanket over yourself. You're exhausted from a long day of hiking in the jungle, so despite the excitement of being out in the wild at night, you quickly fall asleep as well. You both wake to a blaring alarm and bright lights filling the campsite. It's the perimeter alert. Something must have triggered it. Dis sits bolt upright and stares at and looks at you with wide eyes. Should you go out there to check? Well, it looks like I don't have a choice. It's easy, come on. I could do a 3-4-5. But I'm also kind of tempted to save the reds for bigger shake. Whatever, let's just do 3-4-5. Look, I'm already at 18. I guess let's just do these. Alright, we got a sports ball. I mean, we're gonna win regardless. Whatever. You both carefully open the door and peek out through a crack. Nothing. Whatever it was, the lights and noise must have scared it off. I feel like the colony guards should notice something is happening. The sun's almost up, and you're definitely not getting back to sleep after that. So the two of you eat soy rations and quietly watch the sunrise over the jungle together. Aw, that's so sweet. And we got a nice special card for it. When the surveyors open the gates and start prepping for the day, you pack up your gear and go home. You expect the worst, but nobody even noticed you were gone. You left the privacy curtain on your bed closed, and your parents must have come in late and left early, thinking you were asleep there the whole time. You're lucky, but it also makes you feel a little sad. Frankly, the fact that no one's come searching for you two is concerning. Yeah. I mean, I definitely get the feeling that Dis is like kind of distant from his family. Like he clearly just hates everyone here. So I'm not surprised that, you know, his his parents don't notice that he's gone. They're probably used to him just disappearing. But yeah, the fact that my parents didn't even notice is yikes. Is a little bit sad that it cut my exploring short, but whatever. Oh, what's this I got right now? Been enlightened by mastering a skill! +1 to all mental skill increases for 2 months. That's kind of troubling, though. Do we even know who Disentang's parents are? I don't think we do. I wonder if they, like, don't have parents. If, like, their biological parents are gone and they're just kind of being raised communally. Alright, what have we got? Slip past all path-blocking explore events. That's interesting. But yeah, there we go. We maxed out perception. We did it, guys. Oh boy. We're almost to the perk on animals. We're really close on bravery. Nat 20 perception forever, yeah. But we get our mental skill perks, so we should focus on mental skills for these 3 months. 100 perception is really good. You know those events that are like, do this challenge or turn back? Yeah, that's what I figured it was, that you could just go past anything. This is sitting in the bed of one of the expedition vehicles, tinkering with a bit of tech. He tries to hide it when he sees you, but it's in so many pieces that he only manages to shove some behind him before he gives up and glares at you mistrustfully. What do you want? I thought we were friends. We've been hanging out so much. You can press turn back, which doesn't give the +15 event stress, and still get past them. Ooh. That is nice. So if I just don't want to do an event, I can just get past it and not waste stress. What are you doing? Just squints at you. Promise you won't tell on me, he says. Of course I promise. We're buddies. We were like camping out together last night and everything. They weren't using it, he starts, already sounding defensive, as he turns the biggest piece of the device over in his hands. He was just sitting there in command. When they weren't looking, I took it. No one noticed. Seems excited about this fact. Child, do not become a criminal. He's just like gonna get drunk on power. He's like, I can steal whatever I want. I can sneak out whenever I want. I can do anything and no one's even gonna pay attention. Child, don't go there. I think it's part of a communication device, he says thoughtfully. So I'm trying to figure out how it works. I want to talk to the aliens. I see. So, Tangent hates the aliens, Dis loves the aliens. Look, his sister may be going full mad scientist. These two are clearly well matched in chaos. That's true. Oh no. I need to get my engineering up. Is he gonna get mad if I say there's no such thing as aliens? I'm not telling. I'm gonna say there's no such thing as aliens. I hope this doesn't, like, tank our friendship. Just shrugs. How do you know that? He says quietly. You just believe what they tell you. You're a sheep like everybody else. People on Earth used to use stuff like this, thinking that it could pick up the voices of ghosts. Dis says. But it was probably just radio waves. So I figure if I'm looking for radio waves... Aliens have to exist, he continues, quietly, but with great conviction. They have to. You can't have this much life on a planet without some of it being smart, like we are. He sighs. I just want to talk to them. He says, maybe I fit in more with aliens than I do here. Yeah, that's sad. These are some really harsh things to say. Sure, you find those aliens, kid. Dis nods and looks outward into the mushroom forest. I know you're just trying to be nice, he says quietly. Even if you think we're really alone out here and you're just lying to make me feel better, it's still nice. Oh, poor kid. We talked to Anemone, right? Anemone looks up from her hollow palm and sighs dramatically as you approach. Man, I hate school learning, she exclaims, prodding at her screen. Why do I even have to do this? I think using the Enlightenment buff to raise some of those mental skills might be a good idea. For sure. It's a good opportunity to actually get some smarts. Alright, well, okay, what have we got? I think our main options are this place for organizing and then school for pretty much everything else. This gives, yeah, 2 organizing. We'll probably do that for maybe one of our things. It keeps calling us stupid, which to be fair was my experience on the first playthrough too. Yeah. Okay, biology, reasoning. I do want to get some engineering up. Then creativity and persuasion does not count. So it's life sciences, engineering, or the, whatchamacallit, delivering supplies. Maybe we'll just do one of each. We are pretty close to biology, I think. Getting engineering up could be fun. Yeah, I imagine that unlocks a lot of really interesting stuff. Maybe I should just go all in on the engineering, because it's so low right now. I kind of want to do that. Well, this one also gives reasoning, which is also useful. Maybe I might go all in on that this cycle. Alright, who's teaching? It's been a while since you've taken a physics class. You wonder who... Wait, did I click physics or did I click engineering? I wonder who they got to teach it after Professor Hal died. He was the teacher back on the ship. Who could possibly replace him? Congruence is waiting placidly for class to begin. Engineering and physics are the same class. Oh, okay. Oh, right, because the other one is, like, life sciences. Okay. Yeah, I just got them confused. Oh, so Lana, hello, she says as you take your seat. It's been a while since you joined us to learn about the grand world of physics. Don't be surprised. I'm teaching this class now in Professor Hal's absence. Today, Congruence teaches you about machine learning and the development of artificial intelligences. Congruence has been part of your life for as long as you can remember. It's hard to imagine a time when people didn't have access to such a powerful, all-knowing intelligence. How did people used to learn anything? Oh boy. Have they not taught the AI about death? That is a good question. But yeah, the how did people used to learn anything in the context of current AI situations. To be clear, this game was made in 2022, which is well before the current state of things. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Oh boy. Didn't age well, I guess. Get to work. Okay. Well, I think we've got an interesting hand here. Conquering Sal into a beautiful classroom upstate where he can run around and teach physics to his heart's desire. Okay, let's see. What can we do? So, this one can turn into a 5. So we can have a... But unfortunately that gets rid of our 3, so we can't do like a 3, 4, 5. But we... I think ideally we want to match the super goal, right? That's too low. I feel like this is only going to make it higher. And now we got to 26. I mean, okay, the kudos isn't that big of a deal. I probably don't want to waste too much time on this, but... We need a 24. Question is if the collectible or +5 kudos is worth more. That's a good point. I do think the collectibles are probably more valuable to me. So I think we'll just try to go for the super goal. Whatever. It's not exact, but we don't need the 5 kudos. Oh no, are we gonna have to spend one of our enlightened months on resting? That would be a shame. 80. Yeah, unfortunately I don't think we're gonna get all of them. Tang is craning her head, looking around at what she can see of the colony from the laboratory doors.
Have you seen my brother? She asks. He stormed out of class today. Again.
She pinches the bridge of her nose.
All I did was point out that he consistently makes the same mathematical error, and offer a mnemonic to aid his memory in the future. I don't see how I'm the monster here.
Your dad is watching your mom work. You can practically see the hearts in his eyes. Your mom's an incredible lady, he says dreamily. True love is hurtling yourself into space with someone and hoping for the best for your children. Ew, Dad. Gross. That's cute. Yeah, she's still working. You hear this sniffling, finding him tucked into a lurid cove of the alcove of the walls. He stumbles to his feet when he sees you approach. What do you want? He scowls. Did Mars send you, Tang? I'm not going back. I'm not just going to do what people tell me. Ooh, flower. Did we talk to Anemone? Alright, so I think this is going to be our last opportunity with the mental buff. Well, we'll just do what we can, I guess. Engineering up to 7. Let's just do engineering again, I guess. You should have known better, Tangent, you hear as you walk past the laboratory. Curious, you listen at the door. Chief Engineer Instance sighs. I know you meant well, but your presumption has cost us 3 months of work. You can't simply look at an experiment and change the parameters to your liking. Getting results is not the same as doing good science. Your findings, however scientifically interesting, are useless to us without sound methodological underpinnings. Yeah, she's turning into a little mad scientist, isn't she? Tang's response is more subdued than you've ever heard her before. I'm sorry, Chief Engineer, she mumbles, looking down at the floor. I recognize the error of my ways. I don't believe you. I should hope so, Instance replies, pinching the bridge of her nose with her fingers. I'll expect you in the lab first thing tomorrow morning, and I will personally supervise your work in resetting the experiment. You flatten against the wall as Instance breezes past you, barely giving you a second look as she strides down the hallway. You poke your head inside the laboratory, where Tang scowls and wipes her eyes. What do you want? What were you working on? Tang sighs and rubs her eyes harder. Something I've been working on with Chief Engineer Instance, she replies. I'm not supposed to talk about it, and I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Losing the data was my fault, Tang continues. I wanted to prove I'm not the little kid from biology class, that I'm ready to work hard and really make great discoveries. Dr. Instance has always been there for me, when I was a kid, and now, with my mother gone. She's the only adult in this colony who sees what I could become, she says. She believes that I can be better than what I am. It's always been that way. I just really want to impress her. Well, theory time. Could Tang and Dis be related to Instance? Instance's gray hairs are about the same spot as Tang's white streak. Doesn't seem like that's the case, but who knows? You will. Tang hums in agreement. I certainly hope so. Alright, let's get to work. Ooh, this card gets a +1. How's this? Nice. Alright, look at us go. +4 engineering. It's time for the 3rd annual Vertimnalia Festival. You gather with your family in the colony square. Everyone takes a seat as Governor Utica approaches the stage. Oh, am I gonna maybe get a stress reduction from this, maybe. She folds her hands serenely and serenely addresses the crowd. Gradualia Festival gives -20 stress. Yes! We stay winning!
What a pleasure to address you all today as your governor, she says, looking as pleased as she ever does. In under 3 years, we've built a colony of which we can be truly proud. While we've suffered the hardships and losses, we remain standing. As always, looking toward the future we are building together. Let us use this midsummer festival as a time to reflect on our many blessings, Udicott continues. Fresh water, good food, healthy children, and a strong community.
Udicott bows her head.
But first, let us remember Professor Halitosis, who guided our children and kept our engines running for so many years.
Halitosis is quite the name.
Chief Engineer Instance will be filling in, with the help from our ship's AI congruence, until someone can take up the mantle that rested so easily on Hal's broad shoulders. We also recognize the passing of our dear friend, Chief Surveyor Melatonin.
Space Puritans, yep.
Known for his gentle nature and his curious spirit, Tonin joins his daughter Aspartame and his partner Levangela in the world of our memories. In his place, we welcome our youngest council member ever, Utopia, representing Expeditions.
Udicott invites the rest of the council to stand and be recognized among the crowd, including her mom, who huffs in annoyance. When the applause dies down and the council sits, Utopia remains standing. Actually, Auntie Udicott, y'all mind if I just make a quick announcement? Udicott nods, and Utopia clears her throat. I just wanted to say thanks to y'all who are trusting me with this job, she says, her clear voice ringing out over the crowd. A cheer rises from Expeditions, and she motions for them to quiet down. Uncle Tonin's left some big shoes to fill, and, well, I'm gonna give it my best. We're fixing to get to the bottom of what we're calling the Shimmer. The sniffles folks have been getting during pollen, Utopia continues. Until we do, please keep on wearing your masks when the pollen is thick, and let the doc know if you're under the weather. She bends down to hug the governor as she leaves the stage.
Thank you, Utopia,
Udicott says warmly.
And thank you to the rest of the council for their service.
Live music starts playing, and Udicott smiles.
And now it's time for games and feasting.
The crowd disperses towards the feasting table, clearing the area of chairs so the children's competitions can be held. Which will you do this year? Honestly, I'm kind of curious what happens if we don't participate. I feel like something different will happen. Like, we already won the bot triathlon. I'm sure it'll be different this year, and there might be a different prize. But I'm curious. Like, if I don't watch, what will I do instead? I'm gonna try just watching this year. The cards are really good. That is tempting. What did we get last time? We got the bot competition winner card. It is a 5 card. It's very good. Oh, you get duplicates of the same card. That makes sense. Is there any reward for the not participating, or does it just give nothing? Because I kind of want to see what the other options do, you know? I've never not done a contest. Well, let's try then. We'll just watch this year. Bot wrestling's kind of cool, you guess. Oh. Yeah, no, it didn't give me anything. Well. After the festivities, you take time off for a much-needed, very relaxing break. I do wonder if the not watching will do something different. Your dad sets up a slip and slide through the colony square, and everyone takes turns sliding on their stomachs and spraying water at each other. It's a lot of fun. You can feel your worries floating away in the hot dust suns. Oh no, we still lost our bonus? Uh-oh. Oh well. I feel like not watching's like +5 rebellion. Yeah, maybe. Well, that's a shame. I thought we were gonna get one more month of bonus. Hang on, I need some water. Ah. Alright. I guess what else do we want to focus on? You have a good point that it would be good to start getting some of the perks. Maybe it counts the month you gained it as a month, since we got it in the middle of exploring. I don't think we got it in the middle, though. I thought we got it, like, at the end of exploring. So we're almost there on bravery, and I think we're almost there on biology. But no, we're still pretty far on biology. We're almost there on animals. So animals and bravery we can get up. Tangent is deep in conversation with one of the other scientists. He seems to be consoling her, but Tangent's face betrays no emotion as he claps her on the shoulder and reassures her that she's doing really well for someone so young, and that everyone compromised some of their samples when they were first learning. He leaves, and Tangent sighs as she goes to put her head in her hands, stopping short when she realizes she's still wearing gloves. She peels them off and digs her fingers into her eyes. Are you okay?
I'm fine, Tangent replies immediately. I compromised an experiment I was working on because the vent was still open when I was spraying the workstation down with sanitizer.
He sniffs.
It's so gross here, she says. I probably did that fungus a favor.
Oh boy. Tangent takes a bottle of sanitizer from under her workbench and cleans while she speaks.
There are pollen spores everywhere, she whines. And he comes over here and tells me it'll be okay, Tang. Like it's his job to console and patronize me.
I think this is the one she wants to hear. But I kind of don't want to. I don't want to just tell people what they want to hear. I think that's just not the fun way to play these kinds of games. But it is okay to make mistakes. Tangent shoves the sanitizer back under her workbench.
Don't you understand? She says, frustration seeping into her voice. If we never feel the pain of failure, if there's no cost to it, why would we ever improve? I need to own my own mistakes.
I mean, that is fair to an extent. My persuasion is so low, I guess. Like, it's okay to make mistakes is a good thought, but I think in practice a lot of the time there are consequences to making mistakes. And like, yeah, you can console yourself and feel better about it, but you do have to take responsibility for it and try to, you know, make up for it or do better about it. I really like this game's depiction of the relationship between adults and children. Yeah.
What I don't need, she continues icily, is someone to pat me on the head and tell me it's okay and the adults will make it all better. I messed up, she says. Just let me fix it. Don't make a big deal about it like I'm a child with a boo-boo.
Actually, Tang, that's what dopamine is for, neurochemically. We learn from the positive consequences of success, not the negative consequences of failure. I mean, there's definitely things that you can learn from failure, too. Maybe not necessarily from the fear of failure and from the punishment for failure. Okay, cool. We got a tangent card. You find your mom inspecting the irrigation system. When it's hot like this, a failure in the irrigation system could mean we lose an entire field, she says, wrapping some adhesive tape around a joint. It's just too precious to leave to chance. Your dad is poring over some reports on his hollow palm. Oh, hey, little seedling, he says, distracted. Did you know that potato plants are related to sniff blossom? I never would have thought. He puts down his work and smiles. What do you need? Alright, he's doing his reading. He's watering some plants. Do you really think there are aliens here? Mars asks, looking out at the colony walls. Like, not the weird monster animal ones, but like human-type ones? She sighs and crosses her arms. I almost want to meet an alien, just because it would be something to do. Could do some sports ball to raise bravery this month. Yeah, so I think bravery's probably the one we're closest on. Yeah, we're really close. And then animals. Sports ball for bravery. And then we have defense training for animals. Let's do some sports ball. Oh, I feel like we haven't hung out with Anemone in a long time, too. We should be friends with Anemone. Mars may not be as skilled a sports ball player as Anemone, but she plays hard. She orders people around like a team captain, but she isn't so great at passing the ball. She'd rather be the star. Her favorite thing is to spike the ball right into the opposing netstop's body. It's not a legal move, but she's done it so many times that the opposition now stands further back when Mars has the ball. Which is exactly what she wants. Oh my god. Did you see that? Anemone complains to you during a break. Mars wouldn't pass the ball to either of us for 10 whole minutes. Somebody has to do something. Anemone looks at you questioningly. Our persuasion is so shit. Let's not pass her the ball is kind of terrible. That's just unsportsmanlike. I feel like talking to her about it is the reasonable thing to do, but I can't, so I think we're just gonna have to leave her be. Hey look, we got Mars friendship! You keep passing Mars the ball, and she keeps trying to spike it from the net in huge wide shots that often miss. She gets another penalty for holding the ball for too long when Anemone is clearly open. At least Mars is getting better at those long shots, and she seems happy. Betrayal. We did the sports ball for the brawny traits. Well, we can still do that. Okay, that card gets +1. We could get a 3-3-3 going. Oops. That is not what I meant to do, I don't think. No. Talien, I feel like we need friendship points with Anemone. Gets Mars friendship points. Yeah. Whoops. Well, you know what? We really need friendship points with Mars, so... How are we on Mars now? We're almost to 10! At 10, we can talk about her job stuff. So that'll be interesting. Alright, what do we get for bravery? Draw an extra card at the start of the challenge. Huh. That's nice. So I was thinking of doing animals next to get that up, but I feel like I don't want to... I would just overinvest a little bit too much on the physical traits. Let's maybe spend some more time working on our other stuff. Persuasion and creativity we've done like nothing with. We're starting to get a little bit of smarts, but still not a lot. Ooh! Got toughness 40. I guess let's do it. Getting your butt kicked. Oh my god, what the heck is that thing in the card art? Want to train together? You used to be able to go mano a mano with Anemone, but she's been training hard. You get your butt kicked all over the sports ball pitch. She leans over you while you're lying on the floor, completely gassed. You okay? She laughs. I didn't go too hard, right? What did we get? Yeah, okay, nice. And the next one requires 80. Hurting a friend, that doesn't sound good. But I guess we'll find out when we get there. My punky pomodorino. What is that? That's silly. You're a silly dad. Okay, so what to do? You know what? Let's do some humanities, just because we haven't done it in so long. And we don't have any bonuses right now, so we can just kind of do whatever. You're running late for humanities class. When you arrive, everyone is gathered in the beanbags around the room's big holo projector. Ship's computer congruence is displayed on it. She's giving today's lesson, reading an old book of Earth poetry. You sit down next to Tang and nudge her in motion. What's up with this? Tang frowns at you. Where have you been? She whispers. Ever since Professor Hal died, Congruence has been teaching this class. Then she frowns at everything, in general. They said everyone else who might be qualified is too busy. And no, they didn't ask me. Why would a child teach this class? And also, aren't Tangent and Dis younger than the rest of us? I thought they were like 10 or something. Yeah, she's 11 now. Actually, I wonder if I should, if I pay attention to their ages, can I figure out their birthdays? Because I have been kind of wondering about that. The only one we got is Marzipan so far. So maybe I should pay attention to that. So Cal is a little bit older. I never thought of doing it that way. I would just give them gifts at different times to try and brute force it. Yeah, she's 11 and she thinks she should be teaching the class. What does the computer know about poetry? I miss Professor Hal. You try and keep your voice down, but Congruence literally has ears everywhere. I miss Professor Hal as well, she says, her monitor swinging over to you. He was a very special human. Wait, you ask out loud. Congruence can like people? Of course I can like people, she replies. There's humor in her nada voice. I carried you inside of me for 20 years, after all. How could I not get attached? Oh, she's cute. Oh, look at all these red cards. Look at all these 5s. unironically my favorite character in this game. We haven't really gotten to know her much yet, but she seems very sweet. Do we want to try for equals goal? Super goal is 25, so... we'd have to get rid of quite a lot to get down to 25. Okay, that's 23. Here we go.
Don't,
Tang says as soon as you open your mouth to speak. He holds up one scolding finger.
I'm about to make a breakthrough. Do not interrupt me unless it is serious.
Sorry. I think we also haven't worked at the store for a while. So how are we still at 9 friendship with Mars? Okay. Well, I think that'll actually get us up to 10 with Mars, too. We can do that. We definitely don't need the perception, but we could use the organizing. Also, how are we on stress? I'm wondering if we have time to complete our exploration this year, and I think the answer is no. We can potentially explore this month, then rest next month and explore again, because I don't think we'll be able to explore everything in one go. How much do we have left? I'm sure it's like not, you know, necessary. Yeah, 10 events remaining, 5 collectibles. I think we can probably... Actually, I'm not sure if we... Yeah. I think even if we do it both months, we're not going to be able to do it just because we have so much stress this month already. So yeah, I think I'm going to do exactly what... Oh, you have 100 perception now, so you can skip events. That's an interesting point, but the question is, like, do I want to skip them? I guess if it's like an event that I've already seen or something, maybe? But, like, generally I want to see the events, and I want to see, like, what rewards they give me. But yeah, if it's, like, one I've already done, maybe I can skip it. But yeah, I think my plan was also to do deliver, and then rest, and then explore for the last month. We show up to the delivery depot bright and early, as most of the colony is still yawning and pawing around for their morning cup of blep tea. Blep tea just sounds so funny. Seek is there with a large stack of thin white rectangles. Is that paper? Wow, they really, like, don't use paper anymore, huh? We have hollow palms. Why use paper? You thought paper was extinct. Or obsolete or whatever. The only time you've even really used paper was in the creche during craft time. Seek pushes up the pushes the bridge of their glasses up. Actually, they tell you, we'll be using a lot more paper now that we have access to such rich sources of cellulose fibers. Trees, that is. Governor Udicott is quite sentimental for the feel of ink on paper. I myself have traded in my hollow palm stylus for a pen. Here to deliver a stack of these reports to every council member in the colony. Seek asks you not to read them, but says it's just boring adult stuff you wouldn't understand anyway. You clutch the papers to your chest and nod. First stop is engineering. Yeah, things like perception challenges can be skipped since all they do is raise perception, which we don't exactly need. That's a very good point, yeah. Paper. Dr. Instance is exasperated. The governor's sending messages by paper now. Is this a joke? Tell me this is a joke. You shuffle your feet nervously. Speak seemed serious to you. She skims the first page, muttering to herself. And there's sensitive information in here. Of all the superfluous, technophobic, sentimental foolishness. You back quietly away. Next stop, the cafeteria. Antecedent takes the notices carefully with both hands. Paper! What a strange idea! And oh, look, Governor Unicott has even signed it. What marvelous handwriting she has. I wonder what I'm supposed to do with this once I'm finished reading it, she thinks out loud. Throw it in a disassembler? It seems far too precious for that. Will I need to get a filing cabinet here, I wonder? I suppose I can recycle it for craft time. Next up is the expeditions office. Hey, Solana! Utopia greets you outside, holding a heavy crate filled with something alive struggling to get out. I don't like the sound of that. Either the hollow palm technology is starting to fail, or Utica is making some weird choices. Like, why reinvent paper if you don't actually need it? Just because you have a new environment to harvest wood from doesn't mean you waste it for no reason. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, there are advantages to paper, like, you know, that you can't hack it, for instance. So if... But on the other hand, just having a child deliver it with, like, no security systems in place... And, like, you know, Antecedent was literally being like, what do I do with this after I'm done? Am I just going to leave it lying around somewhere? You know? Like, that doesn't seem very secure either. So, you would think if security was the concern, then it would at least come with, like, strict instructions of how to handle it. That implies hacking is now a problem the council wants to keep quiet. Exactly. There's conspiracies everywhere. It's all a conspiracy. Let's just leave the notices on that bench there, okay? I'll bring them inside in a minute. Paper memos, eh? She chuckles. Is Utica really that old? What's next? Toilet paper? What do they use? The moment you put the documents down, a gust of wind picks them back up and they fly everywhere. You snatch for them, but accidentally drop the rest of the stack you're holding. I mean, I think we should pick them up. Sabotaging. No, I'm not gonna I'm gonna help out. The 3 seashells? I don't know what you mean. I mean, it looks like a nice card, but that's mean. You shove the papers back together haphazardly, embarrassed at your clumsiness. Yeah, I wasn't gonna sneak a peek anyway, come on. Ooh, I got -5 stress. How nice. You dutifully deliver the remaining reports to Chief Brett and your mom, who both seem confused they weren't sent via the HoloNet. You're a good girl, and a good delivery person. You feel proud and important for delivering all the messages just like you were told. It's with a future used instead of toilet paper in the Stallone film Demolition Man. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, card becomes 2. I could put that in there. I mean, I think either of the zeros would be nice in there. I wonder if what goes first, that or this +2. I think the 2 overrides this +2, and it would be a 2. not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do either. Super goal. Okay. We're doing stuff. We're going places. Alright. So I think we're gonna rest this month and then explore next month, which the -5 stress didn't help us, but whatever.
You know, Solana, you're all right.
Mars says as you approach. Oh, is this because I got 10 friendship with her? You blink at her, trying to figure out what she means. You're an alright what? At your stunned silence, Mars laughs and tosses her hair over her shoulder.
You're all right, she repeats. You actually have good taste, unlike all these other nullheads. Ever since we landed, it's been help with this Mars, and don't waste resources on that Mars. It's boring. At least you understand the importance of sophistication.
You shoot the breeze with Mars a bit longer. At some point, Dis skulks out of the living room quarters and has to pass by you both, clearly trying not to draw your attention.
Where is he going now?
Mars mutters to you, then raises her voice so Dis can hear. Don't be an asshole, okay? Just please don't.
Try not to get eaten by aliens, she calls out to Dis. If you die out there, they can't use your body for fertilizer. Don't be a waste.
I mean, look, I am trying to be friends with Mars, but if she keeps doing this, it's not gonna work. Like, this is my friend. Stop being mean to him. I mean, obviously, yeah, he's weird, but like, that's his charm. He's a weird kid. Yeah, stop being mean to Dis. You say it loud enough for Dis to hear. He looks at you with wide eyes before scurrying towards the wall. Oh, child. Huh. She actually liked that. Wow.
Huh, Mars says with a little smile. No accounting for taste.
She seems to respect that you challenged her. He watches Dis disappear from sight, then shrugs.
Maybe you can get through to him. I've tried, but he doesn't care about contributing to the colony, or being popular, or earning kudos, or anything important.
Oh, man. On the one hand, I feel like leave is just cutting the conversation short, but on the other hand, going, what do you contribute? Just sounds so mean. Like, I do want to kind of see what she says about that, but I'm afraid she's going to take it as me trying to imply that she doesn't contribute anything, which is not what I'm trying to do. Mars, you're so difficult sometimes. I do appreciate that she respected me for calling her out, though. Alright, let's try it, I guess. Mars laughs and puts her hands on her hip.
I contribute plenty, and you know it, Solana. People need someone to tell them what to do, don't they?
Sure.
It's still raining, Mars complains. I hate it here.
Do we have 10? I think we do. We have 12. Alright. Working at the depot.
Oh, you want to hear more?
She then tosses her hair over her shoulder.
You know, it's a lot of work. I practically run the whole command center. Requisitions and nanoprinting are the backbone of the whole colony.
Wow. She sounds like Administrator Seek. Can I work there with you?
Well...
Mars hems and haws.
I suppose it is a lot of work to do alone, and I do like you. We should stick together.
Whatever Mars does to pull Administrator Seek's strings works, because an hour later you get a message from them on your holocom. They're dubious that you'll be able to rise to the responsibilities of the role, but that's nothing new. Seek is dubious about everyone and everything. But they agree Mars would be more efficient if she had someone else to keep an eye on her. Okay. That's the thing with that dialogue option. Mars's confidence is too self-assured to bruise. To some extent. But I do think she's... I mean, she's lonely is the thing, I guess. She wants people to like her and pay attention to her. So this seems like pretty much a straight upgrade. Well, I guess it gives me persuasion instead of perception, which I don't need anyway. So this is actually really good. A straight upgrade, yeah. Alright. It is also starting to get a little bit up there in terms of time, so I'm wondering when I should end things. I think we can definitely get through this month. I don't know if we want to go exploring tonight too, or if we want to save that for next time. Honestly, I should probably be giving people stuff more. We can try our, Oh, wait, did we miss... I think we missed, Mars's birthday, but that's okay. We don't need to always give her presents. Although it would have been nice, probably. Let's go rest, I guess. Okay, no special events this time. Okay, so I think we can continue forgetting our zeros. And then this is just... Wait, 10% chance to get a bonus +1 when increasing skills. Oops. Yes, forget giggling. R.I.P. baby memories. Yeah, so I guess the question is just whether we end... I think we can keep going for the exploration. I think we're definitely not going to get into glow season today. Spot your dad lying on the ground in the soft grass, looking up at the sky. He zooms his hand across the field of vision like a spaceship, then looks over with a dreamy smile. I'm actually not sure if we've read this one before. Hey, kiddo, he says. Sometimes I can't believe we're back on solid ground. After 20 years in space, it still doesn't feel real. Exploring takes a while, but at worst it is entirely possible to save, exit, and load back in during exploration. It's true, but I do like to, you know, save when I'm not in the middle of doing stuff. Anemone scowls as she watches the rain come down.
I'm gonna do it, she mutters. I don't care if my hair looks like a puffball afterwards. If that's what's gonna happen, that's what's gonna happen.
What are you doing? I wonder if she means, like, I don't know, getting struck by lightning or something, in which case that's a very bad idea. What is she planning to do that will make her hair look like a puffball? Okay. So, do we go or do we not go? We do have a full stress bar and everything. I feel like these kids, out of anyone, have internalized by now the dangers of electrocution. For sure, yeah. 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 Yeah, I think let's do this and then we'll be all set for glow season next stream. All right. What do we got? Leave the path and sneak through a strand of mush trees to one of the little sawmills dotting this area. It's a small but busy operation. 3 people feeding mush tree logs into some kind of machine, while a 4th one directs a 4th-legged robot with a plasma saw mounted on the front. Yeah, I think we've seen this before. Actually, do we even have this card? I think we have this card. Yeah, it's a good card, though. I wouldn't mind getting another one. Glow season, who's gonna die this time? Yeah. We'll see, I guess. Do we want another mush tree card? It looks like a little Lorax out here, yeah. Let's do it, I guess. Oops. Did it give me more perception? Okay. Yeah. Ooh, there's a thing here. Oh, I think this just takes me back. Reach the end of this area. Well, keep exploring. I think it's just a checkpoint that I can use to go back if I want to. Well, sure, let's give them a friendly pat. We've done this one too. We've also seen this one. Sure, let's touch one. Touched it, and we got some bravery. That's nice. Ooh. Oh, I think this guy actually relieved my stress last time. Mush tree sentient. Well, perception challenge. What is this? Sort cards by... Oh. Okay, that's nice. Well, I have a whole lot of these. We can do a 2-2-2. Oh my gosh, why do you keep giving me? Yeah. Maybe save these for when we get this one. I don't know if this is the best idea, but I think we can do something with these. Well, we're done anyway. I have 2 6s and a 5. And 2 5s, actually. Alright. I think we're good. Oh. We got animals up! Upgrade pet cards via relaxing in the park. Well, we don't have relaxing in the park yet, and we also don't have pet cards, but I guess we will eventually. Mind your own business when you stumble into something invisible here that makes the hairs on your arms stand on end, like an electric aura. As you walk forward, it begins to feel like something nipping at your ankles. When you look down, there's nothing there. You back away, and the sensation stops. You move forward. Oh, it's worse. The feeling is like tiny electric bites and is growing more intense. Some kind of microscopic gnat? An electric field of some sort? It hurts, but maybe you can find a way to avoid it and get through this area. Perceive it. We are so good at that. Do you want to go just for 4, 5, 6? I think that doesn't actually... I think... Oh, because this turned into a 6. Okay. Maybe let's do a 3, 4, 5 instead or something. Oh, but shoot. The 4 is a gem. Oh, well. Did Tammy die by wild electric field, do we think? They said it was a bad machine in the craze to cover up the optics of a kid dying by wandering outside. I feel like Tammy, out of everyone, would not be wandering outside. Like, at the start, she was, like, not even barely going outside the ship. I don't think she would ever wander around outside where she wasn't supposed to be. Well, whatever. Let's just go for these. That gets us almost up to the goal already. Should we just go for a 1 streak? Already at super goal. We can go for a 2, 3, 4. Will that give us a bonus? So much perception. By trial and error and a little intuition, you find a route through whatever it is. The shocks seem strongest near some low-lying fractal palms. You can hear a humming from the palms and decide it must be some kind of natural electric field. Maybe to ward off animals, like you. Where do we go here? This is a more interesting way to go. Okay. Practice spitting seeds, I guess. I guess we can just pass this guy by. Oh, is that my perception perk? Just letting me run around things? Like, we've definitely encountered this guy before. I don't know if it can give me different events. Oh, yeah, I can just literally run through things. Huh. How nice. Okay. Oops. How much do I have? 65. Okay, so I can basically do 2 more events. I guess I can wander around and see if there's anything particularly interesting looking. That's not just the standard... Oh. Get a log. So there are at least 2 things that I see. It's over this way. Okay, I think that's just bringing me back to where I was before. Yeah, I think we were just here. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't look like there's... Let's just grab whatever we find. You're strolling along the path when suddenly everything goes quiet. The wilderness is never quiet. There's always insect noises, the chirping of reptiles. Even the wind in the trees has gone entirely silent. There's something unnatural about this place. Alright, let's see. What have we got? Do a 1, 2, 3. It is a little bit of a waste of the harvesting mushwood, but I think this is going to be easy anyway. I don't think we need to worry too much. Should we go for a red streak? Easy. We could just do a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if that's necessarily better than... Alright, whatever. Walk through the quiet area, then noise starts up again. The mystery will have to remain unsolved. Spooky. Stream cuts through the path here. There must usually be stepping stones across it, but the water's too high to cross safely. I think we did this one before? Maybe? There might also be other options. Let's try a different one, just for fun. There's the hop-eye one. I think there was something else down here too, right? Or did I already get through those? I think I did. We can try the hop-eye one and see if it's a different hop-eye one. Because I think the last two have both been different. This I think I tried also. Oh shoot. What? What do you mean? Oh, is it because I didn't do the thing? Okay, you spot a group of Popeyes playing in a clearing. They let you get pretty close to watch them chatter to each other and rub noses. They're all friends, just like people. But they hop away if you get too close. Well, I guess we gotta try. Walk through their territory. They're gonna just attack me. At least it's an easy challenge. Some events give you plus 15 stress no matter what. Mainly the ones where one option is a challenge and one is a turn back option that you don't get stress turning back. Okay, interesting. Alright. Oops. Let's see, what do I want to do? I kind of want to save the mushwood cards, but we could do a 1, 2, 3. We could get dis in here for the 4. I guess we'll do 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, well that did not work, but that's, could do that. Let's save the mushwood tree for later. Yeah, see, now we have this one. So that is potentially a 4. We could do a 3, 4, 5, but that breaks the color pattern. So what happens if we try to do like a 1, 2, 3, 4? Something like that. That's something, I guess. Good enough. Oh boy. Well, I guess we did it. The Hopeyes are wary at first, but you crouch down and copy their cute little squeaking noises. You bounce towards them, and amazingly, they don't hop away. You play with the Hopeyes for a few minutes before moving on. Cute little guys. Alright, we're going home. Take a look at our... What are our stats for the end of the day? Bree at 40. I think we might be able to do another event with that. Biology could still use some work. All right, cool. Well, I guess stuff is probably going to happen next time. So, thank you for coming. Yeah. Cool. Game is fun. Thank goodness we have a whole month to chill out and de-stress. Oh, whoops, we're in glow. Yep. Surely nothing terrible is gonna happen. Let's see what fucked up and evil things they'll throw at us next time. Yep. We're going to find out. Well, that will be in 2 days. So, we'll see you Thursday. Same time, same place. Thanks for coming. I hope you're having fun. Alright. Good night. Bye.